My name's Elias Crow, and at 32, I'd finally cracked the code to modern dating. Ditch the overpriced cocktails and scripted small talk for something epic, something that screams, I'm not like other guys. Enter hot air ballooning over the Napa Valley vineyards at sunset. I'd booked it through some adventure app, Sky High Dates or whatever, after matching with Nora on Hinge. Her profile? A mix of hiking selfies in Patagonia and quotes from Kerouac. The only people for me are the mad ones. Mine? A blurry pic of me with a guitar. I play 3 chords tops. And seeking co-pilot for life's detours. We bonded over bad road trip stories. Hers involving a flat tire in the Mojave with a hitchhiking scorpion. Mine, a GPS fail that landed me at a taxidermy convention. By week 3, I pitched the balloon idea. Sunsets from 2,000 feet, no traffic, just us and the horizon. She texted back, "Inflate me up, cowboy, let's chase the clouds." The day dawned clear and golden, October 15th, 2025, with a forecast that lied through its teeth about mild breezes. I arrived at the launch site, a dusty field edged by rows of Cabernet vines heavy with purple jewels, buzzing like I'd chugged a double espresso. The pilot, a grizzled vet named Hank, with a mustache like a broom left in the rain, gave me the rundown. Basket sturdy? Burners hot, but remember, wind's the boss. Nora pulled up in a Jeep Wrangler, top down, her auburn hair whipping like a flag in surrender. She wore aviators, a denim jacket over a sundress, and boots that said, "I've summited Kilimanjaro once." "Elias, the guy who once drove 300 miles for a taco truck that closed at noon?" she teased, hopping out with a picnic basket, cheeses, figs, a bottle of bubbly she'd liberated from her family's vineyard. We boarded the wicker basket, just the 3 of us, me, Nora, and Hank up in the gondola with the controls. The propane torch roared to life, inflating the massive rainbow-striped envelope above us like a birthday party gone psychedelic. As we lifted off, the ground shrank. Vines became emerald patchwork. The Silvera River, a silver ribbon snaking through hills dappled with oak. Nora's hand found mine, squeezing as the earth fell away. "This is insane," she breathed, her eyes wide as the view. We toasted with plastic flutes of her pilfered Prosecco, the bubbles fizzing like our chemistry. Conversation soared higher than the balloon, her indie folk blending with my classic rock into the perfect airborne soundtrack. Up there, with the sun dipping low and painting the sky in strokes of apricot and lavender, it felt scripted by Spielberg. Nora leaned against the basket's edge, wind tussling her hair, and murmured, "You know, Elias, this beats every sunset I've chased. What's next? Base jumping into a volcano?" I grinned, heart inflating faster than the balloon. Hank chuckled from his corner, adjusting the vents, but even he seemed to fade into the scenery. We floated in that bubble of bliss for what felt like hours, though the flight was billed at 60 minutes. Snapping selfies, hers artsy, mine goofy, feeding each other figs that tasted like forbidden fruit. But Mother Nature, that cosmic prankster, had skimmed the fine print on our fairy tale. The breeze, once a gentle nudge, freshened into a gusty shove. Hank's brow furrowed under his aviators. "Folks, we're drifting a tad east. Nothing major, just a scenic detour." Nora whooped, mistaking it for bonus adventure. "East it is! More vines, more views!" I nodded, playing cool, but my stomach did a little loop-de-loop when the burner flame stuttered, the balloon dipping like a reluctant elevator. The radio crackled, Hank muttering coordinates to base, and then, without ceremony, the sky darkened. Not sunset dark, storm dark. Cumulus clouds, those fluffy deceivers, had billowed up from the Pacific, swallowing the horizon like cotton candy gone rogue. Thunder grumbled in the distance, a low belly laugh at our expense. "Secure your hats," Hank barked, voice steady but edged. "We're landing hot. Fields coming up fast." Nora's face paled, but her grip on the basket rail tightened like a vice. The wind howled now, whipping the envelope sideways, and we plummeted. Not free fall, thank God, but a controlled chaos, the basket swaying like a drunk pirate ship. vines blurred below, then fields of grazing cattle, then splat! We grazed a treetop, branches clawing at the wicker like skeletal fingers. The basket thudded into a muddy pasture, tilting at a 45-degree angle, the balloon deflating in a sad whoosh of silk and helium. We tumbled out in a heap, me on the bottom, Nora sprawled across my chest, Hank rolling to his feet with a curse that rhymed with cluster. For a beat, silence, broken only by the patter of incoming rain. Then, lowing. Dozens of it. We were in a cow pasture, surrounded by a herd of Holsteins staring at us like we'd crashed their book club. One bold heifer moseyed over, sniffing Nora's picnic basket with bovine curiosity. "Moo along, buddy," she quipped, shoving it away, but her voice wobbled. Mud caked our clothes, my jeans a Jackson Pollock of browns, her sundress a casualty of the splashdown. Hank radioed for pickup. "Affirmative base, coordinates 38-point-something, Cow Central. Send the trailer and a mop." As the storm unleashed, fat drops turning the field to soup, we huddled under the deflated balloon which flapped like a defeated parachute. This was it, peak Fiasco. I'd planned romance, delivered a bovine apocalypse. Nora, shivering beside me, would bolt, or at least demote me to funny story fodder for her next article. Elias, that was biblical, like Noah's Ark, but with worse catering. I winced, rain mixing with the mud on my face. I swear my next date is Netflix and pizza, no altitudes involved. Her laugh started small, then built, infectious, rain-soaked until we were both howling, cows joining in with sympathetic moos. Hank, ever the pro, rigged a tarp from the balloon's ropes, creating a soggy lean-to. We cracked the bubbly, miraculously intact, toasting to epic fails, and swapped survival stories. Hers stranding on Bichu Picchu in a blizzard, huddled with llamas. My coding marathon that ended with a caffeine-fueled hallucination of dancing squirrels. Pickup arrived in a mud-splattered truck, the crew exchanging glances that screamed, "Another thrill-seeker wipeout." We piled in, dripping and defeated, Nora's hand finding mine in the cab like it belonged there. Back at the launch site, scrubbed clean in the facility's showers, cold but clarifying, I braced for the goodbye. "Nora, about tonight." "Wait," she held up a hand, eyes sparkling despite the chill. "Before you apologize into oblivion, hear me out." She pulled out her phone, water-spotted but functional, and opened a notes app. "That up there, then down here? Pure gold! I'm pitching it to Wanderlust Weekly tomorrow. Love in the lowlands when a balloon date lands in a cow field. You're the co-star, the dreamer who turned disaster into detour." I blinked. "You're writing about us? As in the mud? The moos?" "Exactly," she grinned, that mad Kerouac glint back in full. "Adventures aren't the peaks, they're the plunges. And you're the kind of co-pilot who makes the crashes memorable." Before I could process, she leaned in, kissing me, soft, fig sweet, tasting of rain and redemption. Second date, llama trekking, your treat. But the real twist, it dropped a week later over tacos at that legendary truck. Open, hallelujah. Nora's phone buzzed with an email, acceptance from the mag, plus a bonus. Her editor was my estranged uncle, the one who had ghosted the family after finding himself in Bali. Turns out he'd been following my freelance coding gigs, impressed but silent. Nora's pitch? The olive branch that reunited us. Small world. Or maybe just mad enough, she said, clinking her Dos Equis to mine. Now, with Uncle Lunches on the calendar and a balloon ride retake, grounded tour this time, I raise a glass to fiascos. They don't just deflate egos, they inflate futures. Who knew a cow field could be Cupid's landing strip?